Hey, it's your girl, your favorite paralegal, aka Cassandra Lynn, and welcome to Legal Doc Talk 24/7. Hey, y'all. So, we have to talk about this because I think if I see another person report on these lawsuits against Jay-Z and don't do their homework first, I think I'm going to lose it. So I made a post on my YouTube community wall about why I was not covering certain cases. And it is, I guess for me, it's a little bit different because I do work in this field, so I can actually understand how certain pleadings should be. I know what to look for. Um, the whole nine yards. So I can't, really fault anybody for just, jumping the gun on some things or, believing everything that you see. But I do want to advise when it comes to, excuse me, a Derek Lee, Cordell Smith, or however you say his last name, when it comes to Hamlet Garcia, when it comes to Derek Johnson, or Daryl, not Derek, Daryl Johnson, Daryl T. Johnson, I don't believe anything that they say. And the reason being is because I've done the background homework on them. So I know a lot of stuff to, to look for and the red flags and all, the nature. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. I'm just going to present to you guys what I look for. And you guys can take with what you want on that. That's all I gotta say. So the first thing, now the Block Ink. Now we're talking in regards to Jay-Z. So when it comes to the Block Ink lawsuits, those are true lawsuits because he is a board member, and Block Inc. has several class action lawsuits against them. So those are um, legit lawsuits. But when it comes to these other lawsuits, and with the Hamlet Garcia the second lawsuit, it's not even a lawsuit. It's a pre-litigation discovery request. That's number one. Number two, Hamlet Garcia is not an attorney. I repeat, he is not an attorney. Nobody stole his information. Nobody stole his litigation work and all that other stuff. He is simply not an attorney. Okay? This is not a lawsuit. All he did was requested for pre-litigation discovery to get financial records, to get emails and communication between people. And no, so just because he, types up this fancy petition and, call it a day and it looks all nice and stuff, there are a lot of inconsistencies with this. All right, we're going to start with just the case style. No, like we're not in the 1800s or 17. I don't even know what century this is, but a man. We know that you're a man, Mr. Garcia. The fact that he put symbols in for petitioner and respond, it's just doing the most. It is doing the absolute most. This individual has been to prison, and he was in prison trying to represent other people. And I already did a video, and I'll tag the video at the end of this video so y'all can see. But I'm not going to go too far into this man, but every case that he has filed has been dismissed with prejudice. And I did not go and see about the other case where the judge dismissed part of the lawsuit. I have to go and I have to see what the outcome was. But every case that he has brought forth has been dismissed with prejudice. That's number one. Number two, like I said, it looks all fancy, and I give him his credit. I do. I really give him his credit. But another thing that struck out to me is this. Never have we ever put our letterhead on a petition. And even if we looked, has anybody even taken the time to even look at this address? No? Okay, let's do it right now. I'm going to present to you his address. I don't think y'all read this. 101 East Olney Avenue, Pennsylvania, 19120. And he forgot to include the suite. Now, in some of the cases and some of the filings, he actually included suite 330. And when I pulled suite 330 up, it is the post office in this shopping center. I'm silent for a reason because I want everybody to look at this. And I'm going to do y'all another solid. Now, he put the Catalyst Accord, now Central Office of Reform and what is it? Efficiency. No such office. He's not an attorney. He's been to prison. He was acting on behalf of other individuals, which you can't do that. I can't file a lawsuit for somebody else. They have to file that on their own and be their own attorney if they can't afford one. Self represent themselves. But him trying to represent other inmates or other individuals, you can't do that. He's not an attorney. Nobody stole his legal pleadings or anything of that nature. Okay? That's number one. That's Hamlet Garcia. Like I said, go back and watch the last video that I did and y'all see why. The next person is Daryl T. Johnson. The latest lawsuit, he claims that Jay-Z stole his robot idea and sold it to Elon Musk. Well, that's very interesting because I recalled actually looking at a similar case that was filed, and you said the same thing. I want y'all to pay attention to the individuals that he is including in these lawsuits. This one, he included his aunt, Jay-Z, and Elon Musk, right? Now we're going to go down to 2000 and what is this? July 16th, 2024, and it was quickly terminated July 31st. This is against Beyonce. And guess who he sued? Jeff Bezos. Y'all know who Jeff Bezos is? Damon Terrell Hamlet, Beyonce. Y'all can't be kidding me. We got to do our due diligence at this point. I'm not even going to pull up, but yeah, he included Jeff Bezos and Beyonce. Let's scroll down. On May 11th, so what, 2 months prior? Oh no, this was 2022. 2022. He files a suit against, let's see who the parties are. Alicia Evant, Shakia Johnson, and Sean Carter. And I'm a do y'all a solid, and I'm gonna pull up now. Mind y'all, this says a prison. I don't know if y'all caught that. Let me go back. It says a prisoner complaint. If y'all see right here, calls prisoners civil rights. So anytime somebody is incarcerated and they file a lawsuit, it will be filed under prisoner. Just FYI. So we pull up this prisoner complaint. And we have Mr. Johnson, once again, files against Jay-Z, Shakia Johnson, and Alicia. All right. But check out what he says, the statement of claim. Kind of similar to what y'all are hearing right now. More like different time period, different thing, but same concept. I'm gonna try to read it to the best of my ability, okay? It reads, in August of 2017, I invented Smart Time, which I named MATH, time at the point. I created a Twitter account, MATH Corp. I don't know if that's saying one or two, and a YouTube after reading the copyright policies. In 2019, I asked counselor Alicia Evans to copy a few of my time designs as I created a bigger brand for my next big tech company. I changed the name from MATH Enterprise to, I don't even know, Pro something. I invented the stat keyboards, basketball fantasy and baseball fantasy in 2017 or 19. Alicia Evans quit Sussex 2, and in 2021 she launched the Pro app. I mailed my aunt Shakia Johnson a copy of my time designs, my stat keyboards, to hold until my release. She showed her close friend, Sean Carter, aka Jay Z, who convinced her to launch an application and a window under my latest domain name for my enterprise, Superstar App Window. That is copyright infringement, and I request a handwritten analysis during trial for the master copy of the invention. It took me 5 years to invent, and it get launched by three crooks in weeks. I invented Smart Time and the Stat keyboards in all language for sports lovers worldwide. Sean Carter purchased my designs from Alicia Evans, and him and Shakia Johnson launched the Superstar app and Superstar window without my permission and opened my mail. I asked her to keep closed for poor man copyrights. My poor man copyright rights were violated, and I have more poor man copyrights to prove it. Thank you. He asking for $1 trillion. He's asking the court to restore his rights to his inventions. He's asking for court fees and attorney fees. Now this, he was in prison when he did this. And let's see when this was terminated. Filed on the 11th of 2022. It was terminated on the 19th. Guess why? He failed to state a claim. Now, he could have refiled, but he fails to state a claim in every petition that he files. But what I want y'all to notice is in this petition, he didn't talk about Beyonce being his first love. He didn't talk about his auntie and Jay-Z having a secret child. I didn't see none of that. And this was 3 years ago. So why not bring that up now? Or at that point, at that time? Can somebody please make sense of this? Because it's not making a lick of sense to me. Um, Trying to go back to see. Oh, let me hold up. Trying to see if there was any more of these because it is highly disturbing the level of frivolous petitions that get filed. And what happens is when you start filing these pointless, meritless, frivolous cases, it takes away from the actual cases that are being filed against these individuals for some type of justice. It is getting to be a little bit overwhelming. I'm trying. There was some more. Hold on. Let me go to newer cases first and see what pulls up. But that's what I wanted to show you guys. So once again, be careful of the information that you intake, guys, because a lot of these cases that we see coming out, I think they just want to be in the spotlight, and they probably think that it is a perfect opportunity to file these cases in hopes that something sticks and they could end up getting some type of default judgment. Just like in the Diddy case, that Derek Lee case, that when he filed it in state court, because Diddy did not answer, the judge granted that man 100, what was it? Was it 100K, 300K? I can't even remember the number. All I know, it was a default judgment. And that is why Diddy ended up appealing it, is fighting that right now if it hasn't already been dismissed. But we can't we got to do better. We got to do better. So yeah, so that 2022 case that I just read with y'all about how his auntie stole his invention and all this other stuff. He didn't talk about the love child. He didn't talk about him being in love with Beyonce. In fact, he didn't even say nothing about no robots. He's talking about a stat keyboard, fantasy baseball, fantasy basketball fan. I don't know if he talk about the fantasy league or whatever the case may be, but something is going on mentally. That's all I gotta say about this. So between Daryl Johnson, between Hamlet Garcia, between Derek Lee, all of them, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Okay, so I didn't. Now, I don't want to come off being snobby or rude or anything of that nature. Y'all have to know me by now, and y'all know if I don't cover something, that means that it's not sticking to the wall. Okay? But y'all let me know what y'all think about these frivolous, meritless, pointless lawsuits that are being filed against Jay-Z. Put them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until then, you all be blessed, and I'm out. Bye.